What's good, Wayne Gang? We back with another reaction video. We pumping them out the rest of 2025 and we streamlining into 2026. We about to have a wonderful year and I'm coming for everything that I've worked for. But without further ado, we about to get into this reaction on DDG MAD after Halle stylist post Halo. They are officially engaged. I think in the last video I said she might as well just come out and say it because that was her reasoning behind moving to Dallas. So I'm gonna have a little bit to say about that, but we're just gonna jump straight into it.
Previously, I reported on how De'Ara stated that her and her friend made an agreement that when they were ready to settle down, that they'll be moving to Dallas. Well, De'Ara recently reported that she is looking for that home in Dallas now, sooner than she expected, which had people believing that maybe De'Ara is now ready to settle down and start a family. Well, she was recently out in Africa celebrating her friend's wedding, and of course she brought her boo Jazz out there with her. Now she posted photos and people noticed that De'Ara has on what appears to be a very huge engagement ring. So maybe De'Ara is engaged and that's what's prompting that quick move to Dallas. So let's move on to this next.
It's really insane for real when you think about it, like the lengths that people go through when watching these videos to actually zoom in on like people's jewelry. I've seen people get doxxed because they were recording in their living room and somebody was able to find their house just by a wall. The amount of effort that goes in to these like content creators is absolutely insane. But I'm mad she still didn't come out and say it. Like, she got the ring on. You know what you're doing. You took the picture. All right, cool. You said you and your friend made a pact that when y'all was both ready to settle down, y'all was going to both move to Dallas. You mentioned her engagement. But if you weren't engaged, then why are you moving to Dallas? Doesn't that break the pact? Yeah. No, internet detectives are really getting out of hand. Like, they really be pulling up at people's houses. And before I get big, before I become, you know, somebody that's being looked into by y'all, understand one thing. If you ever, and I do mean ever, show up at my house based off a video I posted, it will not be pretty. Don't come here. If I'm out and you see me, all right, cool. But if you come to my humble abode, it will not be pretty. Let's get into this next topic.
Topic with DDG and Halle Bailey. Now, I also reported on how Halle's hairstylist shared a photo of Halo. Now, you guys know the courts told Halle and DDG that they were not allowed to post Halo on social media because that was such a big deal to Halle. Well, now her hairstylist posted him. People wanted to know what DDG thought about all of this.
Real quick, if I'm Halle, I got beef with the hairstylist. Because this topic, this situation was so big across the world. Everybody knew that child was not supposed to be posted on social media. Like, it was literally everywhere. So the fact that you're the hairstylist, which means you're, in a way, at least on a personal level, closer to Halle, there's no way you shouldn't have known. Posting it is absolutely insane, knowing that there's a court order in place. Saying that you're not allowed to do that, or she's not allowed to do that, I would have found a new hairstylist. Not even going to hold you. Because now I feel like you playing. You're going to get Halle in trouble. Well, not really in trouble, but you're going to have her beefing with DDG if he does feel like it was her fault that it was posted, which he shouldn't. I mean, just blame the person that did it. But ultimately, yeah, that hairstylist gotta go. You won't be nowhere near my kid again. Said you know hairstylist on shit, you know damn well, you know. Yeah, for sure. Like, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's no way. If I know and I'm thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away from these people, don't know these people from a can of paint personally, never seen them a day in my life. If I know that neither one of them was supposed to be posting that child, how the hell does the hairstylist not know? You can't convince me. But
Dodo has just tipped $1. Are you mad that that picture got leaked of Halo? His hair is so long now, he is so pretty and I.
That nigga's tripping. Tripping.
So now Ty Taylor is highly upset after her daughter and her nanny were racially profiled by an Uber driver.
Y'all that I'm planning on getting my nanny a car and everything like that. And she called out while we were out shopping.
I said this in the last video. Out of everybody that I do react to, everything that comes through, these people are my least favorite. I feel like nothing good comes from anything that they post. I get so tired of hearing about it. Just as a watcher, reacting to it, because they be arguing about dumb stuff. Last video, when y'all go back and watch that, y'all gonna see they was arguing over vanilla wafers. Why? Just go get more.
She called to let us know what had happened, so I was very bothered by the situation. The lady was she told me based on the video that I got, she told me what happened. She basically was saying that when she was leaving out of where she was at, y'all know in Ubers, they're supposed to pull in front of you. They're not supposed to park on the side. They're not supposed to pull anywhere that requires the person that's getting in a car to have to walk or anything that's
false. Because if you ever been to Vegas, every single person getting off that plane is looking for an Uber that's all in the same location. They're not pulling in front of you. You find which one is your car, you walk to it, you get in it. Either way, if you gotta walk to your Uber, so what? At least you're getting a ride to wherever you're going. Again, dumb shit. I keep saying this. It's always something dumb. Why is this on the internet? If you're gonna buy her a car, go buy her a car. You mad that she walked to the Uber? Well, go buy her a car.
Inconvenience. You get what I'm saying? Because all Ubers are considered like chauffeurs, regardless if it's a black.
Man, you got me. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. Uber drivers don't get paid enough to be a chauffeur. My job is to get you from point A to point B. If I don't see you and you gotta walk to me, you still can get from point A to point B. Y'all not paying me luxury prices, nigga. You are not the president. And y'all don't pay me enough for this.
Truck, if it's a regular Uber, like it doesn't matter. It's still considered a chauffeur experience. So as she was walking out of where she was at, she had my daughter, and she had my daughter, and she had her car seat.
Chauffeur in the 2009.
Now she asked me before she left, could she run up the street really quick? It was going to be really quick. It wasn't too far. She just wanted to run up the street. I didn't mind. Because, it was just up the street. Because she don't really go anywhere since the car issues. So they ended up going up the street. And the lady saw her with my daughter and saw that she had a car seat. And instead of the lady pulling in front of her, she thought it was okay to pull at a distance and was going to make her walk with my daughter in a car seat. So she texted the chat in the how you can contact the Uber driver. She texted them and she called them and said, hey, can you pull up closer to where I am? I have a child and I have a car seat.
I had a couple questions. What kind of car seat was this? Is this the one? I don't know how old her daughter is, but is it the one that you just like hold? Because I have 7 kids, y'all. I walk from where I park my car into a store with a car seat. I'm struggling to find the problem. Now, if it's one of them grow with you car seats, which I have for my youngest 2, I could understand the things are bulky and they heavy. But if it's a couple feet, just do it. Or have a problem with it, address it with the driver, figure it out, and move on. Why are we on the internet talking about it? I guess is my only question. Like, and then she's struggling to get it out. We didn't sat here for 45 minutes and she only got 2 sentences out. So either you thinking of a lie, you trying to make a problem that's not there, or you just want to be relevant. And this is why I say, when it comes to these Taylor girls, I do not want to react to this. But it's a part of the video and I respect the tea room. So shout out to y'all, gang gang. And keep doing what y'all doing. But this is unnecessary.
So as the lady ignores her, she calls again and says, hey, can you pull up closer to where I am? I have a child and I have a car seat. The lady gets an attitude, loops around, pulls up in front of her, and as she's trying to put the car seat in the car, she said that the lady started rolling her eyes, catching an attitude, acting as if she's taking too long. Now, I did not know, but just as common decency, if I'm a Uber driver and I see someone have a child and a car seat and they're trying to put the car seat in a car and they're holding the child, I'ma just have the common decency to get out the car and help her. I'm not going to just sit there and look back and watch her struggle and just keep minding my business. So she didn't complain. She knew the lady was wrong as fuck for watching her struggle and not help her.
Here's the thing too though. So if the kid is not in the one that you're carrying, then that means that the kid's got to be walking maybe. I'm assuming, like with my kids, if I'm carrying this bulky car seat because it's a girl with me, 9 times out of 10 my kid is old enough to walk. So you only carrying a car seat. You could probably just hold the kid's hand, walk a couple feet, hop in the car, go. Right? Nobody's day had to be disturbed. Now, if the Uber driver was rolling their eyes, whatever the case may be, again, they work for themselves. Like, Uber is just a platform that they use, but they're not a technical employee. You have to file 1099 at the end of the year with that. They're working for themselves. But ultimately, I feel like you're making a big deal out of nothing. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, just walk to the car, get in the car, get down the street if that's where you're going, and then move on. Do you know how many inconveniences people have on a day-to-day basis with situations much more hectic than this, and you just move on from it? It's life. Why is this a topic right now?
But
and excuse me if I'm biased.
It's
because this is stupid.
Just the total just acting like I'm annoying you. Like, bitch, I'm paying to be, like, it's not like you're picking me up for free. It's not like I'm inconveniencing you. This is your job to drive me where I need to go because I ordered a Uber. So the lady is acting like she is so annoyed that she's putting my child in the car with the car seat, and she basically tells my nanny, like, you know what, just get out the car, basically. Like, I don't even want to do the trip. Like, get the car seat, get the child, and you get the out my car. I don't want to do the trip anymore. And so she's just like, what's so that's at that point my nanny started to record. She's like,
here it is. I was waiting for that. So I truly feel like, and it's my reaction, it's my opinion. So y'all love it, y'all hate it, y'all gonna deal with it regardless. I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm gonna be blunt and I'm gonna be straight up. There's something that's not being told. If all of this escalated that quickly and she like, you know what, I don't even want to do the order, get out, there's something that was happening. Probably the fact that y'all be having attitudes and talking shit. So y'all was probably, or your nanny, whatever, was probably talking shit to this lady, getting in her car that she paid for and she put gas in, whether she Ubering or not. Uber don't provide the whip unless you go rent it from like a rental car place, but you still paying that rental car place. You put in the baby into her car talking shit. More than likely, And she probably like, you know what? Not even worth my time. I'll find somebody else. Get gone. Now all of a sudden cameras in her face and y'all want to record and y'all want to put it on social media and y'all want to do all this extra shit. When you could have just been like, you know what? My bad. I ain't even mean to come at you like that. Or B, you know what? By the way you acting, I don't even want to get in your car anyways. So you right. You can go ahead and get another customer. I'll find another Uber. Either way, you doing all of this when neither one of y'all want to be in that car. She don't want you in a car, and it's clear you don't want to be in a car. Why is this a thing? Yeah, I mean, it's an inconvenience for sure. Like, but ultimately, just as much as the passenger want to be respected, is just as much as the driver need to be respected. Honestly, you getting into their car. The customer service is one part of it, but also the sense of entitlement from a lot of, like, the customers. You gonna catch the wrong person, and they're not gonna deal with your shit. Ultimately, you was probably running your mouth. She's probably like, you know what? Not a good idea. Find another one. Inconvenience. It was down the street. All right, cool. But, like, this is your nanny. Why you got her out here catching Ubers anyways? All of it could have been prevented. If A, and this is allegedly, this is my opinion on it. If A, your nanny just didn't run her mouth. She could have just walked to the car and got in, been silent, got to her destination with no inconvenience at all. Outside of walking a few feet. Or when she realized that she didn't pull up and she didn't want to deal with it and she knew that she was going to say something, she could have just been like, all right, I'm going to cancel and find another one. I'll wait a couple more minutes.
What is the issue? And she's just like, all I asked you to do was pull around and pull closer. You're not even supposed to pull apart away from where I'm standing. I'm literally standing in front of not a construction, but a commercial building. I told you where I was. Why are you parking all the way over there for me to walk to you? That's not how this works. All I asked you to do was pull forward and you have a attitude. It's crazy to me. And I have a child, it's crazy to me. So she told her to get out the car. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna play the video. She tells her to get out the car. She tells her, basically stereotyping her, basically saying like, your type of people is the people that like to leave 1-star reviews, and I'd rather just cancel the ride and not even do the ride because I don't want to risk getting a 1-star review. And my nanny is like, why would I give you a 1-star review? You don't know me. You haven't done anything to me that would make me give you a 1-star review. Yeah, you saw me struggling, you could have pulled over, but my nanny's not a petty person. She's not gonna, I'm gonna give her a 1-star review because she didn't help me put the car seat in the car. All she gave a about in that very instant is making sure my child was safe and she got to point A and back to point B. All of that extra shit was unnecessary. So I'm gonna play the video for you guys to hear how disrespectful this lady was. So, and just how, and she didn't have, and what pisses me off the most about the situation, she did not have a real reason why she was putting her out of the car. She just kept trying to make assumptions and fabricate stuff up in her head of the type of person that my nanny was.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. She don't need a reason to put you out of her shit. It's her car. Got a problem with it? Get your own. She don't need a reason to put you out of her car.
So this is what she said. This is the lady.
Only happens. This has the propensity to happen again.
Okay, but what did I give you to base off of that? Because I asked you to come around and you see me struggling with a car seat and you went on the
Hold on.
This happened.
Give me a chance. You did.
Based on what normally happens, this has the propensity to happen again.
Okay, but what did I give you to base off of that? Because I asked you to come around and you see me struggling with a car seat and you went on the opposite side and this is where I needed to be at, was right here.
Now, real quick, now that I'm watching this video, driver definitely profiling. Definitely. You using your past, but then again, you gotta learn from your actions. But you're using your past rides to put this on, whatever. But as I already said, at the same time, you see how argumentative she being? It's not that deep. Just find a new Uber. Why sit here and argue with the lady?
And I asked you to come around, and I was on the phone with Uber as well, and I asked them, can you tell her to come around?
That's fine. But I want you to have a really great day.
I'm going to have a blessed day, and you're going to have one too once you see what's going to happen.
Okay.
A 1-year-old baby, so please don't speak to her.
Bye.
Hold on, that
Nope, never mind. I ain't got nothing to say.
wasn't even. Hold on.
This lady literally just kicked me and a 1-year-old baby out of the car. She assumed that I had an attitude, and now she's
She said, "Get her out of my car."
And I know that's what it is.
Not true.
Yes, it is. So why did you say that you knew what was going to
Is this
happen?
assumption that you have attitude?
Why did you say that you assumed that it was going to
I'm facing an
happen?
attitude.
Because 90%
I
of
would feel
people
like you got an attitude too.
Is that
And
me?
historical data shows that this is what happens.
But you assuming with me and never gave me a
I'm not
chance.
assuming, I'm
You
telling
did.
you, based on what
I hate
normally
people that support
happens,
this type
this
of
has
behavior.
propensity.
No, you're not saying. You're not saying
None of this
based on.
needed
No,
to
you're
happen.
saying based on black people. That's exactly what you're trying to say.
I told you, profiling. But I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing at all. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, people are going to be people. You know, there's some people, I guess, that can just argue back and forth when you could just step away. Just walk away. It's a hell of a lot easier. This is going to be the end of this reaction. We about to hop into another one. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.